Hello students, in this video I am going to tell you electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution using copper electrode. I am going to tell you important points for this electrolytic process and observations. Now let us see first electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell means voltmeter. Which kind of electrolytic cell, what is used there? Then glass voltmeter is used. Glass voltmeter or glass vessel is used for the purpose of electrolysis. I am going to show that here. In glass voltmeter, glass is non-conductor of electricity also, and another thing is there, copper electrodes are immersed in it. Here one diagram I want to show. This is a glass vessel. In this glass vessel, this is a copper anode which is connected to a key and a positive terminal of the battery. After that, another negative end is connected to ammeter or galvanometer, and then rheostat. This is a copper cathode. This is also connected to this rheostat or negative terminal of the battery. Current comes like this, and this is electrolyte, aqueous copper sulfate solution, electrolyte. Now in this is a 12-volt battery, and this is copper cathode connected to negative terminal of the battery, and this solution is copper sulfate solution, aqueous solution of copper sulfate. Now electrolytic cell is glass voltmeter in which electrolyte, what is electrolyte? Aqueous solution of copper sulfate acidified with aqueous solution of copper sulfate acidified with traces of sulfuric acid, acidified with traces of sulfuric acid. With a small amount of sulfuric acid. Reason: this sulfuric acid is added to it for two purposes. One is to increase the electrical conductivity, and second point is to prevent the hydrolysis of copper sulfate salt. Now next point is electrode, anode and cathode. Anode is that copper electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and cathode is that electrode which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Then here anode used in this electrolytic cell, the anode is copper anode. Copper anode is used, and here copper cathode is used. Copper anode and copper cathode is used. Now next point is here DC power source, direct current source, energy, source of energy is here 12-volt battery is used as source of direct current. Next is a 12-volt battery, voltage 12 volt, and here battery we can say battery is used, and here 12 volt ampere 3 ampere current. 3 ampere current. 12 volt battery, 3 ampere current. Temperature we can say room temperature. Room temperature is used. Temperature should not increase. Dissociation. In this case, in dissociation, copper sulfate in aqueous solution undergoes dissociation to form copper ion. And sulfate ion, and water is also there. It will dissociate into H plus and OH minus ions. And another one more thing is there, sulfuric acid is also added to it. It will also split up into H plus and SO4 2 minus ions. Copper sulfate on dissociation produces copper ions and sulfate ions. Water produces H plus and OH minus ions. And next is ions present in the electrolyte. These ions are present in the electrolyte. What are these ions? Cu plus 2 ions and H plus ions and OH minus ions and sulfate ions are present there. Now, reaction at cathode. When direct current passes through the electrolyte, then positive ion migrate to the positive ion, means cation. Cation migrate to the cathode and anions migrate to the anode. Which anions are present there? OH minus ions and sulfate ions. These ions migrate to anode. Cations Cu plus 2 and H plus, these cations migrate to cathode. Now let us see what happens at anode and cathode. Reaction at cathode. At cathode, cations are present. I am showing here cations H plus and Cu plus 2 ions. These cations are present at cathode. Cu plus 2 ion is here at cathode because of its lower position in the electrochemical series. Due to lower position of Cu plus 2 ion in the electrochemical series. What does it mean? Cu plus 2 ion or copper ion is below hydrogen ion, below hydrogen in the electrochemical series. Therefore, it undergoes discharging. This Cu plus 2 ion gains 2 electrons to form copper metal at cathode and gets deposited over here. Copper metal is deposited over here. And next is what happens at anode. At anode, there anions migrate at anode. Anions, which anions are present at anode? Sulfate, SO4 2 minus and OH minus ions are present at anode. Among these anions, SO4 2 minus and OH minus ions, neither are these ions are discharged. Neither SO4 2 minus nor OH minus discharge due to nature of copper anode. Itself copper anode undergoes oxidation, that is loses electron to form cupric ion and ion pass into the solution. Copper atom from this anode lose electron to form copper ion and pass into the solution. Here from this one copper ions come into the solution. How these copper ions are produced? I am showing here. This copper ion, copper atom loses electron to form copper ion and pass into the solution. Now what is product at cathode? Copper metal, reddish brown copper metal is here deposited at cathode. What happens at anode? Copper atom from copper anode lose electron to form copper ion and pass into the solution. Observation. the color of the solution is blue. When this process of electrolysis proceed, copper ions discharge at cathode to form reddish brown copper metal. And again, next point, copper ions are also produced from anode. This is the reason why blue color of the solution does not change, because concentration of cupric ion in the electrolyte does not change. Why it does not change? Because cupric ion deposited as cathode is equal to the cupric ion produced by the anode. And blue color of this solution is due to presence of cupric ion. If cupric ion concentration does not change during the process, then color also does not change. Then this is why, what is observation? Blue color of the solution does not fade, because concentration of cupric ion present in the solution does not change. This is about the electrolysis of aqueous solution of copper sulfate acidified with sulfuric acid. That's all.